Let's just get one thing out of the way, right? I'm 70, and I'm not for grabs. I'm not for anything, really. No, seriously, when you get to be 70, something happens. You're beginning to see the perimeter fence. And you're saying to yourself, what if heaven and hell really do exist? Because if they do, I'm fucked. Reason being, something I did at the age of 5 in 1949. So, at this point, I have to give you a Swahili lesson. Otherwise, you're not going to understand. Are you up for that?
Yeah.
First word after me, machungwa.
Machungwa.
It's Swahili for orange juice. Now, you've probably guessed, I was born and brought up in East Africa under the colonial regime. And we always lived way out in the bush. There was never anything to do. So I want to say to my 5-year-old self, is that any excuse for what you did? Oh. I realised that me and my younger brother were both bored to tears, so I decided to appoint myself Chief Entertainment Officer. It was a very hot day, and I decided it would be hilarious to offer our faithful old African gardener, Lewa, a glass of machungwa, or orange juice. So we went up to him with a lovely smile. We said, "Machungwa, Lewa." He said, "Ah, asante sana, thank you very much. Mensa kidogo, na bwana kidogo, little madam and little sir." Then he spat it out. It wasn't machungwa, it was a glass of our piss. Quite soon after this, the Mau Mau uprising in Kenya began. Now, how are we going to unpack this? According to the semiotics of the diaspora, the socio... No, I mean, what I really want to know is, if you were St. Peter at the pearly gates, would you let me in? Not looking good, is it? But maybe, just maybe, I've paid my dues, or a bit. Because 2 years after this, at the age of 7, I got sent to an all-white boarding school which had mainly South African kids in it. And the other girls in the dormitory got wind of my fudge. My mother made the best fudge. It wasn't the sticky kind, it was crumbly. Fudge was big in the 50s. And the leader of the girls' mafia, who was called Ubregi Bischoff, aged 7.5, came up to me and said, "We are going to beat you up again if you don't bring us fudge next term." You might say at this point, why didn't you stick up for yourself? Well, the clue lies in beat you up again. I had already been beaten up for letting the side down at Rounders. So when unpopular girls got punished, it was always the same. You had to stand at the end of your bed naked, and a queue formed. It was one girl, one hairbrush, one whack, one after the other. If you didn't have a hairbrush, a toothbrush would do. And it was based on sound psychological principles, because that way you knew that nobody liked you, not just you, Beggy Bischoff. So that just leaves one question. Does a good hiding from 7-year-old girls balance out single-handedly instigating an African insurrection? Is salvation within my grasp? Well, put another way, does fudge cancel out machungwa? Who knows? Thank you for listening.